Okay, Birmingham City, it's been announced they've received a 9-point deduction from the EFL. This is in relation to them breaching the profitability rules that the EFL put in place a few seasons ago, which stipulate how many millions you can lose before you breach the rule. Now, the ruling states you can't lose more than 13 million per year over a 3-year period. Since the rules have been introduced, they had lost 37.5 million up to June 2018, which was actually within 2 years of the rule being introduced. So more than double what's allowed. And they released this information in January. So for the last couple of months, Birmingham have been battling with the EFL over their punishment, basically. The punishment sees the club drop to 18th in the Championship with 41 points. They're 5 points above the drop. Now, this is not the only issue Birmingham have had in recent times off the field. Let's read the article. In July of 2018, they were put under a transfer embargo, which is well known by Birmingham City fans and EFL fans. This embargo was lifted prior to a Championship club meeting in September, which was outlining the potential penalties clubs could face if they breach spending regulations like Birmingham have done. The maximum penalty is a 21-point deduction. Now, that means Birmingham have got off reasonably lightly. Reasonably lightly. They were expected to get a 12-point deduction at the beginning of the week, so they haven't been punished as much as experts thought they would. But this does raise questions about the profitability of football outside the Premier League. Absolutely. We've already seen criticism of the EFL's TV deal that they've signed going forward from all Football League clubs outside the Premier League. Very critical of the TV deal that the EFL had agreed with broadcasters, which is worth a fraction of what the Premier League TV deal is. Massive fraction. There are some big clubs in the Championship, and the Championship is known as the third most watched league in the world. It's the third most popular league in the world for viewership. It has higher than average attendances than many top European leagues. It's an interesting one. Now, but this is a precedent. Birmingham are the first club to be punished under this ruling. There are plenty of other clubs that could and possibly should, if Birmingham have, be punished as well. But the EFL can't punish every club, can they? It would make a mockery, wouldn't it? The EFL has been seen to have failed clubs for a long time. That's a criticism aimed at the EFL. The amount of clubs that have poor ownership or are facing administration or financial issues. Bolton obviously have come out and they've got 2 weeks to secure the sale of the club to avoid administration and a 12-point deduction. They're also in a similar position to Birmingham with massive losses. We're seeing clubs in League One and League Two financially against the wall. Many of them barely break even. So the EFL was coming under pressure to protect the clubs more and be more flexible with clubs. There were calls last year for Wolves to be punished under financial fair play. They fell on deaf ears. Now Wolves are doing very well in the Premier League, and I have no doubt they will recoup all the losses that they made. But it seems that we're reaching an impasse here. It comes a day after the Accrington Stanley owner wrote an article in the Daily Mail, and I know it's the Daily Mail, but the Accrington Stanley owner was highly critical of the financial structures currently in football and how bad the financial situation is and how unbalanced everything is, especially with the big six clubs wanting to get greedier and not share the TV revenue with all the clubs in the Premier League. So the financial state of football is a hot talking point. This is going to be a hot talking point going forward. The relegation battle itself. Now, they're on 41 points now as it currently stands, so they've lost 9 points. That means they've dropped below Blackburn and QPR. I do not believe Birmingham are going to get relegated, though. It does make the relegation battle more interesting, yes. We don't know what's going to happen with Bolton over the next 2 weeks, but here's the thing. They have a positive goal difference. The clubs around them don't. So if it came down to goal difference, Birmingham are pretty safe. What Birmingham will have to do is just win as many games as possible or draw as many games as possible and just keep racking up points. That's the best solution to their problems, is just to keep playing how they've been playing. But this has been a tough few weeks for Birmingham with what happened with the Aston Villa derby match, with the pitch invasion and the allegations against its steward and the fine that the club have received for failure to control their players. This is just another piece of bad news that the club has had in recent weeks. So there we go. I'm going to leave that there. Birmingham City hit with a 9-point deduction. We'll see what the fallout is of this and going forward. It's going to be very interesting to see what the fallout actually is. But there we go. I think other clubs will fall afoul of this rule if this is the precedent. And there are many clubs in the Championship that are making losses. So it's going to be interesting to see how many more clubs the EFL punishes. They can't punish everyone. And that's the interesting thing, is the amount of clubs that make losses in the Championship. 2 seasons ago, only 3 clubs made a profit. Those 3 clubs were the 3 clubs directly in the middle of the league. They neither were involved in the relegation fight or the promotion fight, and that says enough, really, where the financial state of football is. That 3 clubs made a profit post-tax in 2016, 2017. So there we go. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Place your thoughts below, and I'll have some more videos for you very soon.